Derek Jeter. Now, he was a shortstop. Alright. I'm done with the sunglasses videos. I found these, anyway, I'll spare the story, but these aren't even real, so I've been kind of, like, into the possibilities that even just sort of dopey sunglasses can make for videos or whatever, right? So, yeah. I just want to share some Derek Jeter cards today. Derek Jeter is one of my main PCs. And so I just want to share the highlights. I think this isn't every Derek Jeter card I own, but it's probably most of the main ones. So let's get it started. First up, I've got the base card from what is one of my favorite sets, the 2001 Fleer EX set. So this is the base Jeter. This is just an awesome set that has withstood the test of time. I think it's aged really well. Of course, the key rookies are Ichiro and Pujols, but Pujols was in, like, another product or something. He wasn't in... Yeah, you had to get the Pujols rookie somewhere else. I've got 2011 Topps Chrome. So, of course, the now... I don't know. Are we going to use the I word for 2011 Topps? Iconic. It kind of seems that way, at least just because of the Trout. Here's a 2014 Chrome Jeter. Again, this is the base. And 2015, which this is his last Topps issue. It has his entire Major League stats on the back. Of course, it's not, I shouldn't, you know, it's a bit misleading to say it's his last Topps issue, but it's kind of his last Topps base issue from playing days. This one is from the same 2015, but this is just regular Topps, not Chrome. This is a baseball royalty insert. And this is a pretty thick card, but it was just a regular, just an insert. I remember I pulled this one myself. I was ripping packs trying to get the Chris Bryant rookie, which I did get, by the way. Here's one of my favorite Jeters, and it's not really a big deal or anything. Like, it's not a famous one or anything like that, but this is the 1998 Upper Deck Ionics reciprocal numbered parallel. And this is numbered to 750. Of course, as you can see, the numbers, they kind of just printed the numbers in ink down there, as you can see, because with time, it's just kind of smudged. And it was like that when I got it, unfortunately, but definitely cool, a numbered Jeter from 98. Upper Deck Ionics. Just one of those great, super sort of 90s aesthetic sets. And let's see, here's another Upper Deck. This is from 2001. The Super Tools insert. Super Tools. Nice looking insert. So it just kind of, it's called Super Tools. It kind of outlines some of his, well, tools. Let's see here. This is a 96 Fleer. So this is one of the many cards of Jeter, of course, from his actual rookie season in the majors. His first full season in 95, he only played a handful of games. His first full season was 96, and he won Rookie of the Year in 96. But of course, as we know, Derek Jeter has 9 million rookie cards. And most people consider Jeter's rookie cards to be 93. So, of course, 3 full years before he even played in the majors are usually considered his rookie cards. In the hobby, man, this is 97. This is the Blue Chips. I believe that Topps redid this insert set recently for one of their Topps finest products. I want to say 2019 or 2018, maybe. Of course, this one still has the all-important protector. Just the base, obviously, you know, not a refractor or anything, but. And then another one. This is actually one of my favorites, and I'd love to get the Refractor, but I bet it's expensive. From 2000, the 21st Century Topps Jeter insert. I love the design on this, and all the etching, and you know, I'm sure you guys remember Y2K, and you know, I love these late 90s, early 2000s kind of vaporwave aesthetic. If you know, you know. This is one of the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, one of the, I think I've shown this card before. This is a Denny's kind of motion card, whatever you want to call these. And this is cool because it's got this one on the front, and then it's got a Jeter hologram on the back, which I'm not really showing very well in the light, but you can on the camera, but you can see it. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of a, this is an awesome card. Another one of my absolute favorite Jeters. This is from 99 Skybox Thunder. It's the Batters with a Z.com insert. And these cards look like kind of an old school 90s browser, web browser, with this sort of pixelated refractor pattern in the back. Yeah, I mean, I really just, you know, I don't know, I guess it's, you know, it's just a thing. I'm a 90s kid, so there's a lot of 90s nostalgia. I just love this old browser aesthetic and things like that. This is one of my favorite cards, like, in my collection. Maybe stupidly enough, but... and here's a Stadium Club. So this is another, well, this is another late 90s insert. Millennium. So, man, this one looks pretty freaking awesome. Okay. Let's see, a little bit more simple, a little less shine. I've got a 2006 Bowman, and this is the gold one. And, another one of my absolute favorite Jeter cards, and it's also, this one's also special to me because I pulled it myself. So, and I opened a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a fair number of cheap 98 Topps packs that were all bricked together. And one of the cards that I wanted was this one, and I actually got it. And it's all chewed up on the back from, like, you know, the bricking and things like that, and just its age. But it's this new breed insert. And I think this is just one of the absolute coolest looking, like, foily refractory patterns, man. This thing just looks awesome. So this is one of my favorite cards, too, and it's just a little more special because I pulled it myself after wanting it really bad. Man, I was so excited when I pulled this thing. I didn't even care that the condition was crappy. I was like, oh my god, I got it! So, next up, we've got a 96 Pinnacle. And again, this says rookie. Most people would say that Jeter's rookie cards are 93. Again, even though his rookie year is 96, which this card is, of course. And so, speaking of 93, right, this is actually considered a real Jeter rookie card, for whatever it's worth, right? 93 Upper Deck. Plain. Just 93 Upper Deck Jeter. And then I also have this 2017 National Prism Refractor of Jeter. Alright, so let's get into maybe slightly sort of more big deal, you might say, Jeter cards. I might as well drink some more of this Monster. I hate Monster, but I needed it for the gag at the beginning. If you're familiar at all with stupid memes, and at this point dated memes, you might get the joke. But I needed this for the gag, and Monster makes me want to gag. This is just... It's so sweet. Ugh. Okay, so let's move on. 2006. Here's a 2006 Topps Chrome Jeter Refractor. And I've got the 2012 as well. Great image there, of course. Jeter was kind of well known for these jumping throws, and it kind of became one of his calling cards, of course. The cynic, who kind of understands, and Jeter's one of my favorite players, but the cynic who kind of understands his defensive deficiencies would probably argue that Jeter became famous for this because he couldn't make these throws just, you know, planted. So he had to do these, you know, elaborate jumps. But they look cool, and they were always on the money. That's the thing with Jeter. It's like, yes, the sort of more recent, you know, the book on Jeter is that he was not... probably all 5 of his gold gloves, there was probably somebody else who was, like, more worthy of it. But the thing about Jeter is that he didn't really make errors, right? You know, he couldn't make the spectacular grab. You know, he usually didn't do the spectacular play, but he didn't make errors either. So he was pretty steady defensively. Here's a 2007 Bowman Jeter. That's a really nice, clean-looking card. I like this one a lot. And I realize this video is getting pretty long, but it's alright. We're almost done. Here we go, 95 Finest. And this is just the base with the coating still on. The refractors are, of course, quite expensive. But just the base, even with the, you know, all-important coating on it, I'm kidding, kind of, they're actually pretty affordable. This is one I would pick up if I were you. Jeter's 95 base Finest. It's his first Finest issue. And it is from the first year he actually played a Major League game, 95. He only played a handful of games in 95, but it was his actual Major League debut. Let's see. So I think I've shown some of these Jeters before. This is the 1996 Skybox Metal Universe. And this is the Platinum Edition. A awesome looking card. I actually had this one graded myself. Of course, I want to make it clear this was back before PSA's prices were absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't give them a dime of my money right now. So yeah, it's got an 8 for whatever it's worth. The back of this one, I'm not sure, you know, the Metal Universe sets are some of my favorites of all time. I'm not sure why they stopped doing these Platinum editions. 96 was, in fact, the only year they did these silvery Platinum editions. So this one, we've got a 19, this is 98, just wanted to make sure. A 1998 Finest The Man insert of Jeter. So this is kind of one of your quintessential 90s inserts. It's rare, numbered. This one's numbered to 500. Of course, Topps reissued this one a couple years ago in Finest. I'm usually not, outside of Heritage, Topps Heritage, that product specifically, I'm usually not like a huge fan of like reusing designs and things like that. But these are very cool looking cards, and they did, I will credit them, they did preserve in the reissue all of the like texturing and the embossing and stuff. They look pretty much the same as the original, so I'm glad that they didn't like half-ass it and just make it like a smooth card. Alright, no Jeter collection is complete without the 93 Topps. Just plain old 93 Topps Jeter. And I got a 2014 Heritage. And this is the action variation. This is another one that I got graded myself. I knew that it was, I guessed correctly that it was going to get an 8 just because it's so off-centered. But I don't really care. 65 is one of my favorite vintage designs. And I also like that this has almost his entire Major League batting record on it. And then finally, we've got, this might be, well, it's up there. It might be my favorite Jeter that I have. This is the 1997 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. So, man, this is just an awesome looking card. I love the newer Atomic Refractor pattern, but man, this one is awesome. I like the old one. I wish they still use this in some capacity. So yeah, 97 Bowman's Best. This is the actual number 82 from the actual product. So, of course, you might know that you could get, there's also the preview refractors, and those came in another product, I forget which, but they're not, it's exactly the same looking card, except that the number is different. It says like BP something like Bowman Preview right here, whereas this one just says 82. I'm kind of a stickler. I wanted the regular one, not the preview. So it took me a while to kind of like pull the trigger on one of these, but I finally did, so there you go. All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Peace.